Hey guys, thanks for joining us on another board gaming night. Tonight we're playing Seikatsu from I.D.W. Games. And I think this is it's a tile laying game where we're Japanese gardeners designing a garden, but we're kind of designing the same garden. Let's have a look. Well, while I'm introducing the game, let's introduce the players. It's Carla.
Hello.
My son Alex.
Hi.
And myself Jason. Right, so this is the board. I would say it's essentially a 2 to 3 player game, but you can play 4 player. One of the players will then team up with the pink player. But what is happening is we're building a communal garden from our perspectives. So for example, I'm the green player. So let's have a quick look from my perspective. So this is what I'm going to be looking at. So what we do is we've got a bag full of, a nice little cloth bag full of these nice little tiles that look like, well, not like that one. Like this one. They're nice and thick and really tactile. They've got little nice really artwork on them. And there's 4 types of birds and 4 types of flowers. I can tell you what the flowers and birds are, but there's no ways I'm going to remember them during the game. But we've got primrose, plumeria, tulips and bluebells for the flowers. And for the birds we've got the scarlet tanager, the Japanese waxwing, the Japanese white eye and the Japanese paradise flycatcher. Just for information. Alright, so what we're going to do is basically, starting with the first player, they will place a tile on the board and then draw a new tile, and then it moves to the next player. And we keep going round and round until there are no more tiles left in the bag. So obviously, I'll give you the overview of the rules now, and then we'll come back to you with the gameplay turn. And you can see us do that for a couple of rounds, and then we'll come back with a verdict. Person with the most points at the end of the game will be the winner. There's 2 ways you can score points. First thing you do on your turn is when you lay a tile down. So let's say, for example, that this tile that I'm laying over here is one of these bluebell birds or whatever they're called. So when you place a tile down, you're trying to form a flock of birds. And what that is birds of the same type. You can play a tile down anywhere adjacent to any tile on the board. But if you place one that's the same that is already there, so imagine this tile I just put here is one of those, then I would score 3 points. 1 for my bluebird and 1 for each bluebird adjacent to me. If I placed one of these red birds over there, then I would have scored 2 points, 1 for each. If I, say for instance, placed one of the yellow birds over there, I would score no points because it doesn't form a flock with any of the birds that are already there. So that's the one thing you're looking at, is to immediately score points immediately when you place tiles down. The other thing you're trying to look at is at the end of the game, when this board is full of birds and flowers, then from your perspective, so from my side going down these columns, I will score points for the combination, for the word has left me now, so the same flowers, what do you call the same, columns of the same flowers. So for example, over here, if I can get more yellow flowers in this row, I will score points. And that's based on a little table that's here in the book. I'll have a quick show of the table. There you go. So if I have one of the highest, so for example, if I had one of each flower on that 4th row, then I would score 1 point. But if I have 2 of the same flower in a row, I'd score 3 points. 3 of the same flower, 4 of the same flower, 5 of the same flower, 6 of the same flower. That's pretty much the whole game. The only other thing to mention is that there's a wild card in the game, which looks like this. It's the koi fish. I think there are 3, maybe 4 in the bag. I can't remember now. But they work the same sort of principle. Let's say, for example, this is a koi fish, and I place that there. They count as a bird of my choice. So I could say this is one of those bluebirds. I score 3 points. I can go there and get 2 points. But let's say I put that there, and then Carla goes next, and she plays a bluebird, say over there. She will only score 2 points because you don't get the points for the fish. You only get it the turn you place it. And that is pretty much it. The game goes pretty quick. It's about 30 minutes game. So we'll get started, and we'll come back to you in a few minutes with the gameplay turn. Let's go. Alright, so this is the gameplay turn. We've had a couple of rotations already. I've got 5 points, and both of them have got 3. It's Carla's turn now, and she's going to go. So, she's got 2 tiles in hand, because you draw at the end of the turn, and she's going to lay 1 tile down now. So she's laying, I know you can't really see it, and I'll try and get as close to the board as I can so you can see the type of birds we're laying. But she just laid this little weird looking bird. And there's already one there, so she just started a flock there, so she gets 2 points for that. And then she draws a new tile, and then it goes, the bag moves to Alex.
Okay.
Alex throws it across the board.
There.
So he's playing one of these kestrel style birds. There's 3 of them there, so that's 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And obviously the other thing he's just done is he's placed a yellow flower there, yellow flower there, yellow flower there. So he's got 3 yellow flowers at the end of the game to score from there. I mentioned about koi fish. Obviously koi fish count for when you place them down. They also count towards the flowers at the end of the game. So, and now you're looking from my perspective, these are the 2 tiles I have in my hand at the moment. So obviously I'm looking at flowers and birds. And you're looking at my perspective, so I'm looking down this way. And I've not done a great job so far, but I think what I'm going to do is you have to place adjacent to another tile. So I think I'm going to place this one over here. So I don't score any points because there's no birds that form a flock together, and the koi only counts for when it's placed. And then I draw a new tile, and then it's back to Carla. This game's got a good mix of trying to maybe score points immediately with the birds you place down to form a flock, but also thinking of the big points you can get at the end of the game for getting rows of flowers of the same type in the row.
So, do you only score, for each column that you score, do you only score the most flowers?
Yeah, the highest of the type.
Okay.
If you have a tie, then you just choose one.
Then I am going to do that.
Why? Why
No,
would...
there.
Oh, okay. So that gets you 2 points. I'm actually okay with that.
I just realised what I did.
And you draw a new tile. So I guilt tripped her there into changing that.
No. I just literally placed it in the wrong side. By asking the question, I forgot what I was trying to achieve.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, is that the same bird?
One, two, three.
So you're blue. 1, 2, 3. You can't see the points, but at the moment, Alex has got 9. Draw a new tile. Colin's got 7, and I've got 5. I've got this tile now, and I think I want to place that there. So my thinking is, obviously I'll score 3 points from having a flock of those birds, but I've also got these purple flowers going down that side. Now, I could put it there, because I already have that purple flowers there. And maybe that would be a smarter thing to do, I don't know, but I'm going to go for the points now. So I get 3 points there, 1, 2, 3, putting me on 8. I'm going to draw a new tile.
Sorry.
And then it goes back to Carla. You score each, score 3 points. 1, 2, 3, putting you on 10. What's Alex got? Oh, another 3 points for Alex. 1, 2, 3. Work around the camera. Draw a new tile, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
And right, so what am I gonna play here? Where are we looking? I haven't found any. This is what I got in my hand, by the way. So where's my other hand? Oh, there it is.
Your other hand.
Yeah, I couldn't see it on the camera. So these are what I got. So I'm gonna have to play one of these. I think, yeah, the max I can get is that. I'm trying to maximize the amount of points I can get, which I think will be that. So I'll form a flock of those for 3 points. 1, 2, 3.
Me?
No, Mum.
Not me.
No. What do you mean it's still not you? This game goes quick.
Takes about half an hour.
Play the whole game.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Even though the turns are really small.
No, I don't want that there.
Oh, it's not what you want, it's what I want.
Why are you placing that there?
Because she wants the blue flowers in this row, and that fills that row for 4 blue flowers. Because there's a fish in there as well. But that annoys me, because now I've got a blue flower in my row. Right, Alex?
You got a yellow flower in your row.
I know, but the best I can get now is 3 pink ones there. And that's 3 more points. 1, 2, 3.
15 points.
Draw a new tile. Do I have any of these already? I got. That would be dumb to put that there. Where should I put this? That's quite annoying. I don't really want to play this yet, so I'm going to go with this. And I'm going to put him there to score 3 more points. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, the board is filling out pretty quick.
What? What was that for?
Actually, I should stop paying attention to Alex's rows. Maybe I can start messing him up. Go on then, Alex. Did you score any points for that? 2. Draw a new tile. Where did I have my yellow row? Oh. Someone's already messed it up. So, any more of these? Let's see if I can mess someone else up. I could put that there.
That doesn't do anything to me, so I don't care.
No. But it does give me 3 points if I put that there. Or, this is my yellow row, which has already got 4. I don't want any yellows to go in there. And where's Mom's yellow row? She's going down.
She's got a kind of yellow row there. There's her yellow row.
You can have multiple rows of the same flower.
Yeah.
It's just the highest scoring in that.
So I'm going to go there. And I'm going to get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Jump on top of Alex. It's not your go yet.
My go. I'm going to go here. That's 2.
Me? Yeah.
That's 3 points, huh?
Yeah.
Just tell me. 2, 3.
Yeah, man, you don't forget just... Oh, hold on.
Where are these funny looking birds? There's a couple over there.
I'm crushing you guys.
You better not be.
Well, too bad I am.
I'm going to put that there. Scoring me 3 points.
That does
1, 2, 3. We're down to the last few tiles.
Come on. I want it to be my time so I can place my stuff down.
You just want to mess us over, that's why.
Yeah.
My 1, 2, 3.
Alright, Alex, here we
I
go.
don't take it. I don't score for the koi, right?
No.
Alright, so my row is... Sorry, wrong way.
That's
3.
4 points.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
4 birds there. That's a big one. That's what I've been looking for with those koi fish, but I couldn't find anything like that. Draw a new tile if there's any left.
I got that with a normal tile.
So, what's this? There's got 2 there, 2 of those. This has got 3. This has got 2. There's that type of purple, which I haven't found any more of, which sucks. The big one. It's got 3. And that's got. So
I'm winning.
Guess I'm gonna do that. It doesn't score me any immediate points, but it puts me 3 flowers there. Any tiles left? I get the last tile.
Alright, now we're just placing tiles.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so you get the general gist. I'm going to stop here so you can see we'll finish off the game and then come back with the scoring and the verdict.
Alright,
See you in a second.
One.
I think, so that he doesn't keep doing.
Alright, so we finished off the game. We've worked out the points. As you can see, the board is filled with flowers and fish and birds, and it looks beautiful. But who won, you want to know? Well, in third place, or as we like to call it, last. Well done, Carla.
As we like to call it. I think everybody calls it that. Love.
What did you know? Was it 65?
65.
65. And then second place was me with 72. And first place with 79 was Alex with a very consistent flower score of 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. You did really well, man. I knew I should have paid more attention at your flowers because I knew you were going to be doing well in those. But I was too concentrating too much on my own flowers. And I didn't do too bad. You only beat me by 7 points. But there we go. So that's a game of Seikatsu from I.D.W. Games. So let's have a chat with these two and see what they thought. This was designed by Matt Loomis, by the way, and Isaac Shalev. Alright, Carla, let's start with you. What did you think? You've played this a few times now?
Yeah, I have. It's basic. It's not anything overly complicated, but there is a little bit of strategy behind deciding where you're going to put things. So I think anybody can play it. To play it well, I think you need to have a couple of attempts, because like you might be so focused on your own birds or flower arrangements that you completely forget that you might very well be placing something in the realms of allowing your opponent to score in his flower round, which it's very interesting tactically.
Yeah, I think so too. It's actually a really good 2 and 3 player game because it goes really quick. There's lots of decisions on your turn just by where you want to place the bird. Do you want to score immediate points? Do you want to go, for heavy like Alex likes to do with flowers at the end? Just ticking over with some more points with the birds to start with.
There isn't really any downtime, is there? I mean, during your downtime, you're thinking, like specifically looking
where
at
do I
things.
want to go?
So it is a little bit of a game, I guess, with those that have issues with making decisions on the split second might slow the game down a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's
I quite like the fact
very
that
cool.
it goes from different perspectives as well.
Yeah.
So, like for example, I'm looking from my side of the board, looking like down like this. So I'm looking at the flowers going this way, and then I have to stop my mind from thinking like that to think, okay, what is Alex looking at this way? And then I go, oh, now I've got to think about what you're looking at this way.
Yeah.
And then my head just explodes.
It is a little bit, I mean, you don't have to do any of that.
No.
This is the beauty of this game. It is as simplistic as I just focus on my own game and forget what everybody else is doing. Or you can be very tactical and really just make every decision, what is best for you, but is not necessarily gaining your opponent any extra points. The board is beautiful. Yeah, so basic, lovely little drawings, bright, colourful, and it feels, it has that kind of feel, that old, like old game feeling,
Yeah. Rulebook is nice and easy to understand. I will say I'm not a big fan of the 4-player version because one of the players team up basically with someone else. It's it doesn't really do much for me. There is also a solo mode as well, and a small little thing they've added on, which is the tournament mode, as they like to call it, where you start with the koi fish instead of drawing them randomly at the bag. That's pretty much it. I mean, the game is really fast, really simple. Nice, interesting strategy to it. It looks beautiful. What would you give it out of 10?
I don't rate games, but I do. This is a game that I enjoy to play. I have played it a few times now. It's so tactile. These pieces are just beautiful and so nice. You kind of want to play with them constantly, which I guess could be an annoyance for some people because they kind of have that poker chipish feel to them. But I don't. It's a keeper, I think. And I know I tend to say that fairly often, but this is a game I like. I don't want to give it away. It's too pretty.
Yeah, for me too. I like it as well. I mean, it's I think it's great for a gateway style game, introducing people to games, or a quick filler at the beginning of the night.
And it really is a filler, though. This is the thing, that you can't rate this against any like full-fledged games. These games are meant to be short and sweet, and they really do fill that gap nicely.
What I like about this one is that the good player count is 3, and when I'm doing a game night, say on a Saturday night, and I'm waiting for the 4th person to arrive, this is the perfect game to play. Just while there's only 3 of us, and we're just waiting for the 4th person to arrive. Quick game of Seikatsu.
I was also going to say, actually, I think it kind of fills a niche a little bit, because I find that a lot of the times you don't want to play a 2-player game. You don't want to play a 1v1, if you like. And a lot of games don't function well in that kind of 1 to 2 player realm. They kind of function in the 4-player realm. That tends to be where most games find their happy place. But this game, I think, finds its happy place very comfortably in the 3-player.
Yeah.
Normally, when you play 3-player, it's a little bit better than 2-player, but it doesn't quite, it's not quite as good as a 4-player game. I feel this game actually functions really nicely at 3 players. And I think a lot of people actually end up with 3 players, especially in a couple situation. If you game as couples, if you game as a couple, you might have an additional person come play. And it works perfectly like that.
All right, let's have a look at that. What do you think, Alex?
I quite like the tactical aspect of it and the artwork.
You do pretty well at this game. I mean, I think you've won every time you've played. Do you always just go for the flowers, or do you think, are you guessing, or are you strategically placing them to make the maximum amount you can get out of the flowers?
The second one, definitely, because every time I place them, I'll think about where the area is and how it affects the flower placing. So say I remember over here it was like that, without these parts on, with those parts on. So I looked at it, I knew my row had yellows in there, so I took it and placed it there. Do
you think about what me and Mommy's flowers are like, or do you not care where we place ours?
I do check it a couple of times, but I don't really go attack people, even though I'm quite competitive.
So do you like it?
Yeah.
Would you play with your friends?
Yeah, maybe.
And how much would you rate it out of 10?
No idea.
So
over 7.
Over 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd give this a 7, a 7.5 as well. I mean, it's not going to blow anyone's mind away, but if you're looking for a good, fun, interesting game that can play in a half an hour, really good at 2 and 3 player, beautiful looking. Even the box art is nice. And it's, if you like that Japanese theme, it's really good. Nice little insert to the box as well.
The insert has got sticks to the theme.
Yeah. So I think I.D.W. have got a good winner here, and I definitely recommend it. And so do we. Do we not?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
It's staying on our shelf, so that says a lot.
Yeah. All right. I'll speak to you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Ciao.